Good morning, guys. So today we're going to be reading Any More Earths Out There. And you know the drill. Before you start reading any text, you always want to first skim the text and get an idea for what you think the genre is. Because when you do that, you set yourself up more for success. Okay, the way that you set yourself up for success is that when you can think about what the genre is and you can identify the genre, that lets you identify what your genre based thinking jobs are to help you identify the main idea. If you can't identify what the main idea is, you won't get any questions right. So, first, let's go ahead, identify the genre. And you should have been able to identify that this was a nonfiction text. Okay, the way that I knew it, just like our previous text, I see a heading. There's another picture with a caption in it. Also, I see bold words that have definitions at the bottom. um, and lastly, I also see a date attached with this. Okay, that tells me all those different things that this was a nonfiction text. Now, being that this is nonfiction, you have three genre based thinking jobs. Those are what is the big topic? What is the text teaching me? What is the point of view? And I'm going to touch on point of view again at the end of this reading, so stay tuned for that if you want a little extra assistance. And after I read, just like always, you'll have to tell me what was the main idea. And when you write main idea, remember that I want what was the big topic, what was the text teaching you, what was the point of view. Don't just say the main idea was. You're not going to get any points. Okay? Tell us what were those three genre-based thinking jobs. So I'm going to go ahead and read now, and then I will touch base on some things with you, and then you will be free to start working. So, any more Earths out there? Vicky Oransky Wittenstein has written for Highlights. In this article, Wittenstein explores how astronomers find new planets that orbit stars beyond our sun. David Charbonneau is one of the astronomers who has contributed to projects and have identified planets outside of our solar system. As you read, take notes on how astronomers find a new planets outside of our solar system. When he was a boy in Ontario, Canada, David Charbonneau didn't know that he would grow up to discover new planets. Back then, he was fascinated with the stars. He liked to find the constellations in the night sky. In high school, he read a book for adults about the universe. I didn't understand most of it, but it excited my interest in space, he says. Now he hunts for planets that orbit stars beyond our sun. They are called extrasolar planets. More than 600 of these planets have been found so far. Most of them are giants like Jupiter and Saturn. Dr. Charbonneau is searching for smaller, rocky planets with conditions for life. Planets like Earth. So, using the title in these first two paragraphs, what do you think is the big topic of this article? And using the title as well. Take a second to think about that. Stars that wobble. From Earth, no one can see an extrasolar planet. Even while using the most powerful telescopes, astronomers had to figure out how to find them. In 1995, Dr. Jeffrey Marcy and Dr. Paul Butler developed the first technique, the wobble method. They knew that the sun is a star. The pull of the sun's gravity keeps Earth and the other planets in their orbits. The gravity of each planet also pulls on the sun, making the sun wobble a little. Dr. Marcy and Dr. Butler reasoned that any star that had planets would also wobble. After a long search, they found some stars that wobble and declared that they had found new planets. But some astronomers thought the two scientists were wrong. They had not really found planets. David Charbonneau helped show that Dr. Marcy and Dr. Butler were right. In 1999, he and Dr. Robert Noyes found a way to tell if wobbling stars really have planets. If a star had a planet, then the planet might cross in front of or transit the star. Then the planet would cast a shadow, blocking some of the star's light. The star would become dimmer. In a parking lot in Boulder, Colorado, David Charbonneau and Dr. Timothy Brown set up a small telescope. They watched wobbling stars. One night, they saw star HD 209458 become dimmer. The star had a planet. They had confirmed the wobble method of planet hunting. Since then, scientists have found 80 transiting planets. Telescopes around the world. Based on this section heading, what kind of information do you expect to learn about the big topic? Okay, so how is this section aiding in what we know is the big topic? Telescopes around the world. Dr. David Charbonneau is now Dr. Charbonneau, an astronomer at Harvard University in Massachusetts. He uses many telescopes around the world. I can sit here and run telescopes in Arizona or in California and not even have a joystick, he says. I am sleeping while the telescopes are run by a computer program. Dr. Charbonneau is also on the team that runs NASA's Kepler Space Telescope. Kepler orbits Earth, watching for the dimming of stars. Kepler has found more than 2,300 shadows moving across stars. So far, other astronomers have confirmed that 61 of those shadows are indeed planets. Among those 61 new planets, the Kepler team has found 3 Earth-like planets orbiting stars much like our Sun. The first is a large planet, known as a super-Earth. The other 2 are about the size of Earth. All life as we know it needs water in its liquid form. So for a planet to have life, it may have to be just the right distance from the star. If the planet is too close, it will be too hot for liquid water. If the planet is too far away, then it will be too cold. Like the porridge in Goldilocks and the Three Bears, the planets need a temperature that's just right. Astronomers call this perfect distance the Goldilocks zone. The newly found super-Earth lies in the Goldilocks zone, but the 2 Earth-sized planets are too close to their star. Okay, now we'll be thinking, how does this connect to what we've read so far? Breath of Life. Dr. Charbonneau is also taking the next step. He is analyzing the air on transiting planets. We came up with a trick, he explains. As the planet passes in front of the star, some of the light passes through the atmosphere of the planet. And printed on that light will be the fingerprint of whatever atoms or molecules are present in the atmosphere. He hopes to find oxygen and other gases needed for life as we know it. He says, if we find transiting rocky planets and analyze their atmosphere, the big prize may be life. So, why did the author title this article, Any More Earths Out There? So, using all the information that you just read, just be thinking about that. Why would the author title that? Now, remember that point of view is something found in every paragraph of the reading. So whatever you pick as the author's point of view and topic, that means I can read any section of the article and come to the same conclusion for every paragraph. That they all point to the same idea or big topic or thought. Okay? So keep that in mind as you're thinking about point of view. So right now, go ahead. I want you to tell me what was the main idea. And remember, that's not just one sentence. You're telling me the topic, what was the text teaching you, and what was the author's point of view. Then, after you do that, you'll go through, you'll answer some questions, and you have a nice little race response at the end. Shouldn't be too hard. So, thank you guys, and enjoy the rest of your day.